Hello everyone, FedEx Gaming here. Welcome back to another Redstone tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build a working water cooler. So all you need to do is take one of our buckets right here, throw it right here at our water cooler, and we will get back a bucket with water inside of it. So boop, there it goes, and we get our bucket of water. Now the cool thing about this thing is you can actually use this. It's actually a really fun way to get your buckets filled up water instead of just having a infinite water source somewhere. You can have your friend just come over and say, yep, just throw your bucket right here, and you'll get a water bucket right back. So boop, and we get our water bucket back. So let's go ahead and look at the redstone. It is not that bad. All it is a 4x6 spacing, but it does use quite a few droppers. But as you can see, nothing really to this build. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, guys, for this build, you're going to need a 4x6 spacing, and you're also going to have to dig down 4. Now, the resources you're going to need for this build, actually, before we get into the resources, that red stained clay line is where your wall is going to be, and that red stained clay block right down there at the bottom, third block over, is where we're going to be throwing our buckets in to get our water buckets back. So the resources you're going to need for this build are 1 piston, 2 dispensers, 4 droppers, 2 hoppers, 2 redstone comparators, 3 redstone repeaters, 9 redstone torches, 3 redstone dust. We're also going to need 1 minecart with a hopper, at least 1 rail, and a bucket of water. Alright guys, so once you've gotten your 4x6 spacing and you've dug down your 4, and you also got all your resources, come to the bottom left hand corner, and we're going to count over 4 blocks from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to count up 1 block. 1, place a block right here with a redstone repeater coming off the side of it going towards that red stained clay block right there. Next up, what we're going to do is place a block up right in front of it, right on top of the line of where our wall is going to be going. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to place in a dropper facing upwards right here. Then going into that dropper right above our redstone repeater, we're going to take out our hoppers. We're going to go into sneak mode or crouch mode, whatever you like to call it. And we're going to go ahead and place a hopper right off the side of our dropper. Next up, we're going to take out our dispensers, go into sneak mode once again, and we're going to just jump up and throw down a dispenser facing away from that redstone torch right there. So jump up, boop, and we're going to place in our dispenser like that, and it should be facing away from our redstone torch. Now right here in front of our dispenser, we're going to take out our blocks. You can use any color here that you want. I'm going to place down 3 blocks right here. 1, 2, 3, like that, and then we're going to place 3 blocks right next to it. 1, 2, and 3, just like that. Now going into the side of your dispenser from the front, this is going to be from the front right here. Going into the side of that dispenser, we're going to place down 1 more hopper by going into sneak mode, and it should be going into the side of that dispenser. So when I throw in an item right here, boop, it should go right over to the dispenser, and it shouldn't go down to this hopper just yet because of that redstone torch right there. Should be locking the hopper, making it so items can't flow through it. Next up, what I want you to do is take out your droppers. Once again, we're going to place down 3 more droppers right here. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then right off the top, we're going to take out our last dispenser and place 1 more dispenser facing towards us, just like that. Next up, we're going to come right back over here, and where this is, we're going to place 1 more block just like this, and now we can go ahead and take out our water buckets and place in our infinite water source right here. So bloop, 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 bloop. So what's going to happen is when we throw in our bucket, it's going to go into here, funnel into the dispenser, suck in the water, and then what's going to happen is it's going to get pushed over into our dropper right here, go up this dropper ladder right here, or I should say item elevator, up into this dispenser, and get thrown back at us. Instead of having a bucket, we're going to have a bucket filled with water. So now it's time we hooked up some redstone, so come right back over here to where this dispenser is, and we're going to place a block right off the side of our dispenser by going to sneak mode. So go into sneak mode and place in a block. Next up, we're going to have to place a slab in here upside down, so place a block right here, place a slab in upside down right underneath it, and then go ahead and break that block. Then coming out of the block that's next to our dispenser, we're going to place a comparator going this way, not a repeater, a comparator. Then we're going to place a block right in front of our comparator, a block right underneath it, place a piece of redstone on top of that block, and then we're going to place a repeater going into the block that has that redstone torch going that way on 4 ticks delay. Next up, I want you to place a block right next to this block with a piece of redstone on top of it, like this. Place a block up next to the redstone, a block over. We can break this one down here, and then we're going to place a repeater going into that dropper on 1 tick delay. So now if we throw a bucket right in here, it should actually fill up with water from this dispenser. So we're going to throw a bucket in, boop. It should actually fill up the water. There we go. And then it should end up down here in this bottom dropper right there. See, there is our water bucket. But now what we want to do is have this water bucket go all the way up into this dispenser and then shoot out. So go ahead and just take out this water bucket right now. We don't need that in there, and it won't clog anything up. It's just that it's unnecessary to have a bucket of water in there. So next up, what we're going to do is now coming out from where this block is. It's getting a little stuffy in here. So let me go ahead and just break this out real quick, just so it doesn't get too stuffy, so we can see everything. There we go. Let me go ahead and change up the color as well. Now let's go ahead and use green. So right here off this dropper, as you can see where our repeater is going into this one right here, we're going to place a block in next to that repeater. And we're going to have a comparator coming out of this block going that way into the block that has the redstone on it. So boop, just like that. And then we're going to place a block next to that block with a piece of redstone on top of it. These two are going to connect. We don't want that to happen. So place a block right here to disconnect them. Next up, we're going to place a block right in front of that redstone like this. Place a block down and place another repeater going this way on 4 ticks delay. Place it on 4 ticks. Place a block up right in front of it. That will activate this dropper right here. So now if I throw my bucket in there, it should actually go up to this top dropper right here. So if we throw our bucket in, boop, it should fill up with water and then end up in this dropper right here. There it is. As you can see, it's now in the second dropper instead of the first dropper, which is right there. So it's going to take that water bucket out. We don't need that in there. So bloop, there we go. Next up, what I want you to do is take out your redstone torches. I'm going to place a redstone torch off the back of this block. Place one off of this block. So now if we throw our bucket in, it should end up in this one right here. So, let's just go ahead and do it. I'll show you that it's working. So we're gonna throw it in, boop. And now it should end up in this one right here. So bloop, there we go. Now it's in the third dropper. Now we want it to go up to the fourth dropper. So what we're going to go ahead and do is place a redstone torch off the back. Place a block on top of our redstone torch. A torch off the side of this block. A block above it. And then another redstone torch right next to it. So now it should go up to this one, into this one, and then up to our dispenser. So now if we throw in our bucket, it should end up in this dispenser right up here. So boop, there you can see it. It's all the way up into the dispenser. So now all we have to do is just make it so our dispenser activates and pushes the water bucket out towards us. So now what we're gonna do is just one more set of torches. So a redstone torch on the side of this block, block on top of the redstone torch, torch on top of the block, well, over to the side of the block above that, and then another redstone torch to the side of that. And now actually before we test it out, we have to place a block right in front of our dispenser. This is just so the water doesn't shoot out when it gets up to the dispenser, or else you're gonna have water go all over the place. So let's go ahead and test it out one last time. So boop, it should go all the way to the top now and throw us out a water bucket. So boop, there goes our water bucket all the way over here. So everything is working. You are completely done. So now what we have to do is just add in our minecart with a hopper right here, and then we should be done. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and take out our rail now, and we're just gonna place a block right above it like this. Place our rail right above it. Place in our minecart with a hopper, break that block right there, and let that fall into place. And we can go ahead and pick up that rail too, so we don't lose in case you are doing this on survival. So let me go get that rail. There we go. Next up, we're going to take out our blocks of choice for our flooring. I'm going to be using dark oak wood planks, and we're just going to fill up this entire area with your flooring block like this. There we go. Just wrap it all the way around and down, and then right here. And then we want to put in the last one right here. We're just going to place a block right here. Take out our piston. So where is our piston? There it is. And now all we have to do is just send power to this piston. I'm just going to use one of my redstone torches. So boop, and we're going to send power to it. So now we can no longer see that minecart with a hopper. Let me just go ahead and fill in the floor a little bit more right here like this. There we go. Perfect. There we go. And boop and boop. And now all we have to do is just place in our water cooler. So let's take out our block of quartz, place it in like that, and that's it. You are completely done. So now if we go ahead and take out our bucket and we throw our bucket right here at the front of our water cooler, it will go all the way through, fill up with water, and then we will now have a water bucket instead of a normal bucket. Now what we have to do is just take out our blocks for our walling of choice and fill it in right here. So boop, 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 and boop, and then just fill in this whole entire back area so we don't have to see any of the redstone back here whatsoever. So there we go, and it is completely done. I'll go ahead and do it. Actually, it's it's not even. I like having it even, so I'm just gonna come out one more over here just so it looks nice and even. So there we go. And now if we throw our bucket at it like this, there we go, we should now get a water bucket back. And boop, there we go. And there you guys have it. That's how you build a working water cooler in Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Boop. Peace. And there we go.